And I wanted to let y'all know so that you can continue to play armchair detective and try to figure out who it is. Mrs. St. John put in lines, actions, clues to the person's identity. Yeah. So you can think about who do you think it is? I know you voted, but who is it? Okay. Enjoy the conclusion of Murders in the Air. Lights!
Dead! I can't believe their grandfather is dead.
Well, he is, Cousin Simon. He's the deadest person I ever saw.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Paula. Me and Bensonhurst were discussing the dreams of dead earlier, and we found him.
Mother!
And
Please.
He was murdered.
When you saw the body.
Poor grandfather. If I had gotten here sooner, maybe.
Well, how do we know that you didn't get here any sooner?
What?
Well, for all we know, you could have parked your car out of sight, slipped into the mansion, and murdered the lights right before you murdered Mr. Starkweather.
That's ridiculous. Why would I kill him?
I'd say a fortune of $50 billion is a good enough reason to knock somebody off.
But I didn't know about the new will. I only learned about that crazy cloning scheme when you told me.
Well, it could have been easy to hide behind the French doors and eavesdrop on the conversation.
Why would I hide? I was expected here. I told you what happened.
Tell me again.
I had a creep at a snail's pace on that long country road. The rain was lashing so hard I could barely see. The wind had snapped a branch off of a tree and flung it against my car. It was like driving through a hurricane. When I got to the bridge that crosses over the stream, which spans around the entire estate, I had to stop. The rain had turned the stream into a raging river, and it had torn that bridge to pieces. Luckily, I remembered a place many years ago where a tree had fallen over the stream. I used to plant it when I was a kid. I managed to make my way across the trunk, even though the raging river was rising above it. Apparently, I had gotten here just moments after grandfather was murdered.
Well, that does sound like a good story. But it sounds rehearsed.
Not nearly enough. Oh, but it's the truth. I swear it.
Well, I'm not crossing off my suspect list.
And just who else is on that list, Mr. Davis?
Everyone in this place, except for Miss Van Zandt and Captain Collins. They had a lot to gain if your grandfather only lived a few more minutes longer. As it turns out, they're out in the cold.
Especially me. Lois has other clients. Now I'm lonely unemployed.
Well, I'm sure that once the estate is settled, we can get you a generous severance check.
Take it out of your portion if you like. Mother and I will pass.
So will I. Nothing personal, of course.
Of course.
Mr. Davis, what do we do now?
Oh, Simon sort of reminded me we could play some bridge.
Well, the way I see it, we sit time until morning. And, well, I'll have you show me the way to your car. And drive me into town, and I'll have to tell the police what I know. I imagine they'll have to fly in by helicopter, give them the bridge is out, and, well, to get the body to the coroner's office to have it examined.
But you're a detective too, and you were right here when the murder happened. You have a better chance of solving it than anyone else.
Now that your grandfather's dead, I'm off the payroll. As soon as this whole thing's gone and police come by, I'm out of here.
I'll hire you to stay. I can't get you the money until the estate is settled, but if you're willing to wait...
You're on, kid. I see you're good enough for the dough. I might as well start earning my salary.
What can we do to help, Mr. Davis?
I'd like to question all of you, individually.
Establish everyone's alibis.
Yes. Alibis, clues, all things that your detective need. Now, the motives, we know. The other elements, not quite.
That sounds like a good plan to me. Who do you want to start with, Mr. Davis?
Since you're paying the price, call me, Miss Thompson?
Oh, I'm awfully tired, but if I have to...
You don't have to, Paula. None of us do.
What do you mean, dear?
Mr. Davis isn't a police officer. We don't have to tell him the time of day.
Exactly. Why else would But you refused to cooperate, unless you had something to hide, Cousin Jordan.
Look, don't be accusing me of murder unless you can prove it.
Well, how would the police feel if they knew that everyone here cooperated except for you?
All right, I'll answer your questions. But first, I need to take Mother up to her room. She's getting up in years, and she needs her rest.
Well, thank you, dear. You know, I'm not a young spring chicken anymore, but I'm not this slut either.
Don't excite yourself, Mother. Are you okay? Do you need your digitalis?
No, but if I did, there's probably still a few under the couch there. I had a little accident with my pill bottle.
Come on. Call us when you need us.
I assume you want to question everyone in private. You can go with me in my room if you'd like. I'd like to read over the old will again since the will remained the official one.
Sure, Lois. Excuse us. And I'd like to say, since I wasn't here earlier, hearing everyone's statements might give me a clearer picture of what happened tonight at Starkweather Mansion.
Well, I mean, you are the boss. I'm more interested on what happened, well, between the time of the announcement of the new will and when the body was found.
How many hours was that?
Well, several hours ago. Miss Thompson. Well, can you tell me anything that you might have seen or heard?
I was very disappointed by Uncle Simon's announcement. As you might well imagine, I mean, I can understand why you might want to call someone like Pedro Pascal, but great Uncle Simon, no offense, Cousin Simon, but your grandfather was not a very nice person. I spent most of the night up in my room, but I did come down once on a little errand. I was outside the kitchen door when I heard Mr. Walker and that cute little maid, Nancy, talking.
What's the matter with you, girl? Did you leave your mind in the other room? You haven't heard a word I said.
I'm sorry, Mr. Walker. I'm so confused.
About what? Has that no-good scamp Jordan been bothering you?
Jordan? I mean, Mr. Starkweather? What makes you think that?
When I walked in on the two of you in the living room, you were standing mighty close together, real lovey-dovey like. What was he saying to you?
I think he wanted me to
To do something that you didn't want to?
yes, but it's not what you're thinking.
I'll bet that boy better stay away from you. If he tries anything, I'll cut him down to size.
Mr. Walker, no! He's not interested in me. I heard of with Miss Collins.
Ha! I get the picture. When you lost your million, he lost interest in you, didn't he? Swallowing the money right to the Collins girl, isn't he?
He proposed to her and she laughed at him.
Good for her. Serves him right, the lazy bum.
Don't call him that!
You're hung up on him. Don't be a fool, Nancy. Jordan will just use you and toss aside like he's some of the dozen other girls.
But maybe he's ready to settle down. If Mr. Starkweather had changed his will, he'd be free
Free to
to...
do what?
Nothing. Finished here, I'd like to go to my room now.
Go on. Nancy,
Mr. Walker?
lock your door.
I just wanted to make sure that you understood what happened upstage. That was a flashback. It was a conversation that Paula had overheard moments before Mrs. Starkweather had been murdered. Other people's conversations, well, portions of them, their stories, will be shown in flashbacks just like this. I just wanted to make sure that you got that. That's all. Thank you. I'm gonna sit my butt back down now. Continue.
That woman is really asking for it.
Mrs. Turner, did you see or hear anything suspicious?
Suspicious? I'd suppose you'd call toting a gun around the house suspicious, even though Mr. Starkweather wasn't shot to death.
A gun? Who has a gun in the house?
Besides me.
Paula Thompson, that's who. Claims she's regular Annie Oakley. She explained how easy it would be for somebody to break into those French doors and kill Mr. Starkweather.
Did she know?
Ask her yourself.
Anything else?
Well, I did happen to overhear a rather odd conversation between Rufus and Mrs. Starkweather. I had gone upstairs to distribute candles to everyone in case of a power outage, which, as you know, turned out to be very useful. I was about to turn the corridor onto the west wing when I saw Mrs. Starkweather at the far end near the stairs.
Do I have enough? Oh dear, dear, dear.
Miss Starkweather?
Ah! Rufus! You scared me out of a year's growth!
That's all right, ma'am. At our age, all we do is go sideways.
I certainly hope not. What do you do with that television set? It doesn't look very portable.
Oh, it is now. I bought it from one of the guest rooms that ain't in use.
Whatever for?
Well, you see, I ain't sleepy, so I figured I'd watch some TV to pass the time. But the set in my arm's all kinds of messed up. The colors, I mean. Everyone with that blame channel's green. I mean, the Indians are green, Clifford's green, even Without Yankees green. It looks like every station's starting Coming the Frog.
How disconcerting.
Say that again, whatever it means. Are them breath mints? You know, I could use a few. I could still taste the crap that Mr. Walker served the staff for dinner.
Oh no, Rufus, you can't eat any of these. Why, if you ate any of these, why, they'd kill you.
In that case, I'll pass. But you better be careful not to leave them lying around nowhere. You know, somebody could eat a bunch of them and just keel over dead.
That's entirely possible.
What would you put on their death certificates? Call it dead? Bad breath?
This is not a laughing matter. You want to be careful with them. You see, I need these pills. I need every last one of them.
Rufus had an axe in the house?
Yes, sir. He had been instructed to chop up some firewood.
And you trust him with an axe?
Me personally, I wouldn't trust that man with a butter knife even if it was made out of paper. I would just follow Mr. Starkweather's instructions in informing him to do so.
What else?
I did notice one other thing. Earlier today, while I was exiting the kitchen, I saw Master Jordan outside Mr. Starkweather's room. He went to the hallway, not the other one. His behavior was somewhat furtive. I got the impression that he was about to enter the room when I saw Miss Withers exit from his room. Though I guess the all of a sudden appearance must have startled Master Jordan.
Well, what do you want?
I was just going to check on Great Uncle's son.
Now, me, that is what I'm paid to do.
How's he doing?
Still breathing, if that's what you're wondering.
Well, you think he'll make it through the night?
I think Mr. Starkweather will keep his heart beating long enough to sign a new will.
You misjudged me, Miss Withers.
Keep the rest, Jordan. I'd say you and nearly everyone else in this house would love to see you keel over dead before daybreak.
Including you. $1 million is a heck of a fortune. A lot of people would kill for that amount of money.
If that's a hint, forget it. As Mr. Starkweather's nurse, I'd be prime suspect if his death were to appear anything but natural.
Suspecting and proving are two different things.
I'm going to forget you said that. Good night, Jordan.
Oh yes, but you could have easily changed your mind.
And killed him with the blood pressure cuff. That would have been foolish. Hardly what I'd call my natural causes.
No, it's as if the killer was flaunting the deed in our faces.
Why would they do that?
That's a good question. Tell me, Miss Withers, if you could say one person who you think could be the killer, who?
Off the record. That Thompson girl. Straight niece too. Goody for my taste. Oh, those southern girls can pour on the charm when they want to, but Scarlett O'Hara was pretty ruthless when you got down to it.
You know, we
We have been told that cousin Paula has a gun. See what I mean? I'd say she and Jordan both were desperate to get their hands on the two Starkweather's millions. I happened to overhear a conversation between them earlier this evening. It was shortly after Miss Van Zant's announcement about that new will. They didn't notice me in the corridor.
What are we going to do?
Do? There's nothing we can do. It's out of our hands.
Don't be such a wimp, Cousin Jordan. That money rightfully belongs to us, and there's got to be a way to get it.
I know. We could break the will if we had him declared insane.
I thought of that, but it won't work. If cloning was just a wild theory, it would, but it's not. It's been done. Great Uncle Simon's plan to become the first man to clone himself might be bizarre, but it's not insane. We lose the case.
Yep. And probably spend the penance between our own lawyers.
Like that Miss Van Zant. She would...
What is it?
I was just thinking, if you can't beat them, join them.
Huh?
I just love the way you get Miss Van Zant to put me on her team.
Well, what is it?
Think for yourself, Cousin Jordan. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go speak to that lawyer.
If you can't beat him... Oh, yeah. Now, where is that Collins girl?
It's true. Jordan did ask me to marry him, but it's not what you call a romantic proposal. It was more like a business proposition.
Well, you were going to have access to billions. Say, what did cousin Jordan have to offer you?
Himself, I guess. In my opinion, that fortune only worth 2 cents.
So naturally, you turn it down.
Jordan's attractive in a smarmy sort of way, but any woman who'd marry him would be a fool. And believe me, Mike, I'm no fool.
I've known that from the beginning. Well, since we started working each other.
You were smart enough to volunteer to carry grandfather's clone.
Well, if anybody was going to do it, it might as well just been me.
I understand. I think the whole idea is creepy.
You're a lot nicer about it than the other heirs were.
For example?
Paula, for one. She couldn't get her hands off Mr. Starkweather's money.
Go on.
Well, she came to Lois' room, asked to speak with her in the corridor. They left the door cracked. I couldn't help but overhear their conversation. You're very busy, Miss Thompson.
Writing that new will?
Yes.
Miss Van Zant, you're a lawyer. Are you sure this whole cloning business is legal? You could lose your job, couldn't you? If
The process will be performed in Belgium. As you know, our laws don't apply there.
What about ethics? Haven't lawyers been disbarred before for behavior that was unethical, if not illegal?
What's your point?
I want in. You can pay me from that trust fund to be the baby's nanny or whatever. I don't care what you call it. If you refuse, I shall be forced to report you to the Bar Association. Isn't that what you call it?
It is. Now let me give you a little free legal advice, Miss Thompson. In the first place, if you were to make any accusations against me before the cloning procedure has been completed successfully, I'll sue you for the $50,000 you did receive and everything you own, and I'll get it. In second place, once the baby's on the way, I plan to close down my office. I shall devote all my time to Kathy and little Simon's care. At that point, it won't bother me in the least if I should be disbarred. You don't gotta be a lawyer to administer a state. Anyone can do it.
Oh.
So you see, young woman, your threats are meaningless. In fact, as an officer of the court, I should report your people's attempt of extortion to the police.
I wasn't.
There, take your silly southern self out of my sight, and I might be willing to forget it.
Oh, all right, fine, I'll go. You lawyer!
Excuse me.
Miss Tripp?
I found some of the Christmas candles I stored away from last year. And I thought it'd be a good idea to pass some out. I suggest you keep one and some action nearby.
Oh, how thoughtful. Oh, wait. Kathy's in my room. I'll take one for her also.
Miss Thompson?
Oh, all right. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to my room. There's something I need to get.
What's the matter with her?
Well, let's just say she's a poor loser. In a manner of speaking, Miss Thompson played her ace, and I I'll give this to Kathy.
If I recall, that when Kathy Collins screamed, you were outside.
Was I outside? Oh, yeah, I guess I was. I was buying a TV set from McKesson because
We heard why, Rufus.
You did? News are so fast right here.
Yeah, all the actors in your set were green.
Sure was. Looked like the Martian land or something. Anyway, when I hooked up the news set, the picture didn't come into it either. I thought he was a blue bird. So I figured I better go outside and turn the antenna back around.
On the roof.
Well, it wouldn't be much good to put in the basement, now would it? I was about to get the ladder for the set when I heard the gal holler bloody motor. Boy, motor still, even if it wasn't bloody.
Okay, well, did you hear or see anything outside?
Oh, yeah. So, I saw an owl, and I heard a bunch of bullfrogs.
Human. It's human.
Oh, yeah. I saw Jordan out on the patio. I don't know what he was doing out there, but
Did you hear anybody talking about the new mill?
who wasn't? You know, that walk-in visitors won't talk about much else.
What were they saying?
That ain't fair, that's what. They wouldn't hog Mrs. Starkweather for all these years, and I think they deserve their millions. On me, I figured that 50,000's more enough to buy me a big old flat screen TV. You know, maybe now I can even get two.
It's Vince and Orson Walker.
Oh, yeah. And that Walker's got a temper. He was about to storm into Mrs. Starkweather's room and give him a piece of his mind.
You mustn't go in there, Walker.
Who's going to stop me?
I shall if necessary.
You and whose army?
Listen, I totally agree with you that we were wrong about the will. But confrontation is not the answer.
Oh yeah, then what is?
Your patience. Mr. Starkweather hasn't even signed the new will yet. Maybe he'll change his mind in the morning. I don't know.
We should live so long.
No, he should live so long.
Right, so what were you doing outside?
I was getting a breath of fresh air. Is anything wrong with that?
You remained outside.
What do you mean?
Well, when I made a cross-cursory examination, I noticed that Miss Weathers had left the window open up a few inches. Anybody could have climbed in, and, well...
Are you accusing me of killing Great Uncle Simon?
Oh, no. Not yet.
Besides, it seems like trying to con somebody into doing your bidding is more your style, Mr. Jordan.
Who told you that?
Look, I asked the questions and you answer. I repeat, what were you doing outside?
If you must know, me and Kathy got into an argument. I got heated and went outside to cool off. Or has somebody already told you that?
Look, I asked the questions, you answered. Now how about this? If you didn't murder Mr. Starkweather, who do you think did?
Look, I'm not saying she did it, but that maid, Nancy,
Why, you're cooking, Jordan.
you see, she totally has a crush on me. I mean, I flirt with the ladies a lot, but I did nothing to lead her on. I knew she was upset about the new will. Not that she'd lose her money, that I'd lose even more. When I was strolling about the kitchen, I overheard her and Miss Withers talking.
Can I do something for you, Miss Withers?
No, Mr. Starkweather just sent me to get a fresh pitcher of water put by his bedside. I can get it.
That poor man. When he had the attack in the living room and lost his breath, I realized that she meant when he said the slightest shock proved fatal.
Exactly.
Slightest shock. Oh, Miss Bell, I must go. Oh, yes. We wouldn't want anything to happen to him, would we? Shocked when I heard Mrs. Starkweather had included me in his will. I didn't think he even noticed me.
Well, you must have been doubly surprised to find out you were to inherit someone.
Yeah, Yeah, and then you lost it, and you got your third surprise when you became wealthy again.
Mr. Starkweather, I was thrilled to hear your grandfather was leaving me even $50,000. That I could go to college like you and get a good education.
Well, now you can afford to do what you want to do. So what do you want to do, Nancy?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been thinking with myself much.
Who have you been thinking of? He did tell us how you were fond of him.
Why would you say that?
Well, Cousin Jordan told us about you for one. He implied that you might even be willing to kill for him.
What?
Oh, how could you say such a thing? Oh, I'm sorry I had to find out this way, Nancy, but Jordan's out for himself. I'll trouble anyone who gets in his way.
I guess I knew that. Mr. Walker tried to warn me. I even saw him propose to Miss Collins. She turned him down and later laughed about it when she told her friend, Mrs. Van Zandt. I was taking fresh towels to the guest room when I heard them talking. You think Jordan is cold-hearted, but she's just as bad as he is.
Can you believe it? Those soulful gays not ordering that innocent thing, Nancy. But he learned quick enough, I'm no pushover. I wish I hadn't been there to see it. It's about time Jordan met his match. I can tell Nancy about some of the mates who worked before her. His Playboy days will be over soon enough, though.
What do you mean?
Up until now, Mr. Starkweather has been giving Jordan, as well as Fiona, Paula, and young Simon III, a generous allowance. Once he passes on, the $50,000 bequest will be the last of the Starkweather fortune. They'll have to learn what it's like to work for a living. Simon's not as out of school. They'll do fine. But the rest of them, what will they do? They'll earn their money in no time. Then what kind of jobs can they get? Can you imagine Paula behind the desk of a car rental agency? Or Jordan driving the cars that lost her customers? And what Fiona do? Sell
Can I get anything for you, Cousin Fiona? A glass of water, perhaps?
No, dear, I'm fine. Mr. Davis, I just want you to know that by Jordan couldn't have done, dear, what was done to Uncle Simon. I mean, he was with me in my room all evening.
Well, you know that can't possibly be true, Mrs. Starkweather. Your son told us how he was outside and me and you were both in here.
Oh, maybe that was last night he sat with me.
Maybe.
Now I know why Harry the Platypus never believes Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Phineas and Ferb.
Please.
So easy to get confused.
Look. Mrs. Starkweather, please try and focus on tonight.
Tonight. Oh, I saw Uncle Simon with that horrible thing around his neck. I'd call that suspicious.
What means before that, Cousin Fiona?
Or that. Well, I don't know if this is the kind of thing you mean, but,
Yes?
after we all found out the new will and had gone upstairs, I passed by that secretary's room. She was in there with the housekeeper, and I couldn't help it overhear.
What are you doing on this train? I was checking all the guest rooms to make sure there are extra blankets in each. I suppose you're very pleased with yourself, Miss Collins.
What do you mean?
It all worked out just as you planned.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
I think you do. I understand now why you bought all those newspapers and magazines from town and left them lying around where Mr. Starkweather would see them. You've done it for months.
What magazines?
Don't play dumb, Miss Collins. Those newspapers and scientific journals, I've seen them. They all have one thing in common. Articles about cloning. I didn't understand it until now. Now it's obvious what you're doing. You planted the idea in Mr. Starkweather's head to clone himself.
So what if I did? There's no laws against sharing ideas, are there?
I'm sure your lawyer friend would say no, since you're in this together. But that's to make it right. I think what you're planning to do is hideous.
To be perfectly frank, I couldn't care less what you think. Get out!
Starting to give orders already, are you? I'll leave. Remember one thing, young lady. You're not the queen bee yet, and you won't be until Mr. Starkweather's name is on the dotted line. Assuming that ever happens.
she engineered the cloning business, possibly with my help. Well, apparently, Mrs. Starkweather reported their conversation accurately, which is something of a surprise.
Is it true? Did he give my grandfather the idea to clone himself?
I don't really think that's relevant to the case at hand, Simon. Even if we did, we weren't breaking any laws. Isn't that right, Mr. Davis?
The laws that I can think of.
Then shouldn't we focus on the law that was broken? I'm referring to the murder, of course.
Yes, well, do you have anything that you are willing to tell us?
I will tell you this. Earlier this evening, I was going to the kitchen desk to ask Mr. Walker for a pot of coffee. It was apparent that Kathy and I were going to be working late, and I felt the caffeine might help stay awake. Mr. Walker wasn't there, but Rufus was. He was talking to Fiona Starkweather. Their conversation was very peculiar.
I bought it from the wood pile to dry off. Sharpened up good too. Want to see?
No! Put that away!
I guess I better before I hurt somebody. Before it even kills them.
That's a horrible thought.
Ain't it though? You know, I get those sometimes, don't you?
I
See, you still got your poison pills there.
Digitalis isn't a poison, it's a stimulant. You just have to be careful not to take too many.
You had a lot more than that bottle when I saw you upstairs. Oops. Hope you haven't gotten overdosed. You know, I think I can figure out that mouth to mouth stuff.
Ow! Get those lips away from me before I take that axe and I chop them off!
Just trying to help this dog, brother.
Well, don't. Some things are worse than death. I assure you that I'm fine. I just spilled a couple under the couch and I wasn't able to find them all.
You know, I hope Mr. Walker don't find out of those. You know, he makes me stuck with the meals, and he's mighty mad at him right now.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Were you looking for something in the kitchen?
I'm just looking for some more of those delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, I can go look.
I think I lost my appetite.
Mr. Starkweather's meals? What do you want to know about them?
Well, was he eating alone? Was he eating the same thing? What was he eating?
Well, Mr. Starkweather was on a very restricted diet. Low salt, low fat. So I have to prepare his meals separately. What do you want to know about the food? Do you think there's something wrong with my cooking?
No.
That leg lamb roast that you made was it was okay. It was great. Yeah.
Yes, well, I never skipped leg day, so...
During the blackout, did you see anyone else in the kitchen?
The blackout? I'm not sure. Let me think. I was in the pantry checking the supplies for breakfast when it went dark. It took me a moment to get the camera to print in before my pocket and light it.
Walker? Nancy? Is everybody all right?
I'm here, so I'm fine. I was out back when I heard the lights go out.
I was in the room when everything went dark. What happened?
Business forgot to pay the light bill.
Keep that up and don't forget to pay your wages.
What the blazes is going on?
Apparently, the storm knocked out the electricity. My candles did come in handy. You see?
Remind me to give you a gold star later. Bensoners, can't you get the electricity back on?
That's exactly what I came to find out.
The circuit breaker is right over here. Follow me.
Oh, I hope they hurry. I don't like the dark.
Am I quick enough for you? I'll get back to my chore.
What did he come inside for? The idiot tried to water all over my clean floor.
Why Mr. Starkweather doesn't fire him? I'll never know.
Any luck?
Yeah, it was all there all right. Enough evidence to pinpoint our murder. I wish I had more. It could take weeks to get the result. If the will is probated and the killer gets his or her inheritance before then, well, they could disappear for good. It's easy enough to buy a new identity for a few $1 million or more. Wish I could have the guilty party tonight.
I was hoping we'd learn more from questioning the suspects.
Me too. See, they were so busy making each other look guilty that they didn't reveal much about themselves. You know, sometimes it... Simon, move your feet real quick.
What is it?
Here on the rug. This! What the killer was doing was so insignificant that I feel foolish for not realizing at the time. Look, Simon, I know who killed your grandfather.
Who?
Look, I'll tell everyone as soon as I gather the evidence. Go get Benson Nurse and tell him to get everybody in here immediately.
Mr. Walker's let me see if you'd like a pot of coffee?
Never mind that. Go upstairs and tell everyone to come down here on the double.
Yes, sir?
I don't think the police chief will mind if I use a sandwich baggie to gather the evidence. I don't think he'll mind at all.
Come on, everybody. Wake up. Come on, Fiona, are you awake? Come on, come on. No, it's only 30 seconds. Come on. Who's moving the sandwich?
Just 5 minutes.
Alex, they're so loud. Wait, shut up. Oh, you want to go?
Everybody! Calm down. Please take a seat.
It is very late, Mr. Davis, or very early, depending on how you look at it.
Yes.
If nobody else is going to ask, I will. Why did you call us together here at this hour?
Yes, it is. It is very late. I know all of you are tired. I know I am. But I felt that all of you would rest easier knowing who murdered Mr. Starkweather.
You mean you discovered who killed Grand Uncle Simon?
I'm pretty sure I have. As I'm going to show you in a few minutes.
I'm amazed, Mike, but how did you figure it out?
Well, first I had to answer a question that had been bothering me from the beginning. See, it would have been so easy to make it appear that he had died from natural causes, a suggestion that Jordan had made to Miss Weathers. See, for example, Mrs. Starkweather or her son, Jordan could have given him some of her digitalis. So could any of you who were aware she had them and had left several on the floor of this very room. Or, well, to get the same effect, Miss Weathers could have, well, for example, put an air bubble into his bloodstream using a hypodermic needle. See, again, so could any of you who could have walked into a room, stolen it, sneakily, and caused the same thing. Trigger, again, the same result of a heart attack. I'm sure that many of you also, thought about even scaring him to death. See, Mr. Walker with your knife. Miss Thompson with the gun. Rufus with the axe. And Vince Nurse with the wrench. See, the possibilities are endless. So why then? Why did the murderer choose to put a blood pressure cuff around the victim's neck and inflate it until he strangled to death? See, the answer is so simple, I feel foolish for not realizing what really must have happened.
Anyone ask what that is, sir?
Well, that's a nurse. When the cuff was put around his neck, he was already dead. Isn't that right, Miss Van Zandt?
You truly are clever, Mr. Davis.
Well, I had to have been. We were both in here when the lights went out. You went to go check on Mr. Starkweather, and I went to go get Vince Nurse. The killer must have murdered him and slipped into Miss Weathers' room right before you went in there.
That's what I figured too.
But why would you put the cuff around his neck?
Well, as our able detective here has surmised, the killer made it appear that Mr. Starkweather had indeed died due to natural causes. However, there's no doubt in my mind that someone in this house had killed him. I knew under the circumstances the coroner would have no reason to conduct an autopsy, nor would the police conduct an investigation. I wasn't about to let my employer's murderer get away scot-free. I saw the blood pressure cuff on the bed, so I grabbed it and put it around his neck before wheeling him to this room.
And your plan worked. None to question the fact that he had been murdered.
So let me get this straight. Young Mrs. Simon hired Mr. Davis to find the killer?
Which I have. As was very naughty of you, Miss Vance. Your little ploy distracted me from the main. See, I instead of keeping and focusing on who did it, I kept wondering why did they do it that way. After I solved that piece of the puzzle, the rest came easier.
I truly am sorry, Mr. Davis, but if you have indeed discovered the identity of the murderer, then the ends seem to have justified the means.
I'm sure the police will agree and might even overlook the fact that you were found guilty of tampering with evidence at a crime scene.
If not, I'm also on very good terms with the local judges.
Wait, how do we know Miss Van Zandt didn't kill Great Uncle Simon herself?
No motives.
Oh, yeah.
Well, don't the assistant might tell us who killed Mr. Starkweather.
I'll do better, okay? I'll show you. Bear with me.
Still like 3 licenses.
Stay seated.
Another blackout.
Everybody, please take out the candles that Mrs. Trent had distributed to all of you earlier and keep in case of another blackout. Please take them out and light them.
I forgot my lighter.
Isn't this nice? Very Christmassy.
When I examined Mr. Starkweather's body, I first found what I first thought to be were blood drops on his bathrobe. Well, at the time, they turned out to be another substance entirely. I forgot about it for a moment and even saw that one of you was scraping one thumbnail against the other. At the time, I took it to be a nervous gesture. I guess you could say nerves triggered by guilt. I forgot about them for a moment when I recalled Mr. Walker's testimony. He had reminded me of those who had gathered into the kitchen with candles. A few moments ago, I found, here or not, these on the rug by the sofa. These are thin tallow. Thin tallow that is from the killer's stomach. Thin tallow that was on Mr. Starkweather's bathrobe. Thin tallow from the very candle that the killer was holding when they murdered Mr. Starkweather. The same tallow from the same red candle that you are holding!
There must have been other red candles.
There aren't. I remember thinking when we took them down last year that we'd have to get some more red ones for next.
Is this all the evidence you have? This candle?
No, I have better. See, when I was going around the room, I glanced at everybody's hands. When I noticed on your wrist are several very thin scratches. No doubt from Mr. Starkweather as he cleaned and crawled for his life and struggled. I'm willing to bet my reputation that these skin samples that I got from under Mr. Starkweather's fingernails came from you. It'll be easy enough to find out, given I know quite a few experts in the DNA field.
Bravo, Mr. Davis.
Well,
I don't think you consider cloning those scrapings of me and putting them in your prison, would you? I didn't think so. Well, Miss Van Zandt, I guess my biggest mistake was crossing a lawyer. I might have caused you to lose access to Critical Simon's billions, but you sure got your revenge.
well, I'm trying to think of my words at Kathy. What happened?
I might as well tell you. You figured out the main details anyway. I was furious with Great Uncle Simon for bringing up our hopes and then dashing them to the ground. I thought a man that cruel thing deserved to live. So I listened at his door and I waited until I knew he was alone. I snuck in when he was alone and he was in his wheelchair, still awake. I grabbed the arms of his wheelchair and I leaned right down into his face. I told him what I thought he was doing was monstrous. I told him he didn't deserve to live. I told him I was going to kill him. So then I reached for his throat. He was terrified, of course. He wheeled back in his wheelchair and he crashed into the bedside table, causing his reading lamp to crash onto the floor and the pitcher of water to fall on top of it, causing it to short circuit and blow the circuit breaker.
So you didn't cause a blackout deliberately?
No! It nearly ruined everything! But I had the candle and lighter in my pocket. I managed to light the candle and hold it in one hand while I grabbed the oxygen mask off his chair with the other. I clamped the mask down hard over his nose and mouth. He couldn't breathe, of course. He made a feeble attempt to escape with one hand while he rang that bell with the other. But all he could manage was a few insignificant scratches on my wrist. As you noticed, that caused me to spill drops of candle wax on his robe. I'm not sure if he died of suffocation or a heart attack, but it was all over in a matter of seconds. The old man couldn't really do much, but I guess it was enough to pin his murder on me.
And then?
I put the mask back on his wheelchair, blew out my candle and put it in my pocket. Then I slipped through the connecting doors to Miss Withers. Her back was to me. She was just on the candle and she managed to just light her candle. I grabbed the brass candlestick off of her and I struck her with it. She fell to the ground and her candle went out. I suppose it was around time when you were turning my apparent natural death into an apparent murder, Miss Van Sant.
Well, you
I
must have...
slipped through the door into the hall, and a few moments later, Kathy screamed and I rushed in here to join the rest of you.
So, you must have been surprised when you found the blood pressure cuff around his neck.
I was, but what could I do? It was clear to tell what Miss Van Sant had pulled. I would have loved to kill you too, for ruining everything, but I didn't dare try, of course. And so now, I have nothing left to lose, so nobody move.
Look, calm down before you do something you're going to regret.
It's a little late for that advice, Mr. Davis. Get up! You're coming with me.
But where should we go? We're just washed out.
I know where the fallen tree is that Simon mentioned earlier. Simon, throw your coffees on the table.
You're not going to get away with this.
I think I might. The phones are still out, and all of your cars are on this side of the stream. It would take hours for y'all to walk to the nearest town and notify the police. By then, I'll be long gone.
What about me?
I would have committed the perfect murder if you hadn't interfered. What do you think I'm going to do with you?
Not a thing if I can help it! I'm fine.
Hold it right there.
You bombed me!
Consider it a preview of the afterlife!
Literally. One thing I hold these on me. Never know where they're going to come in handy. What's up?
Mike, I'm ready to pay you a big bonus.
No problem. Just doing my job. Got anything left to say?
Do you think the prison will have a chapter of the DAR?
Instead, he's just come out of a drug-induced coma, and when he awoke, a fantastic solution to the play was crystal clear! Oh, goodness. Oh, this is brilliant. You simply have to see it. It'll take me a few moments for me to go over it with the cast, but I'm sure they can handle it. Ooh, and I see some things that need to go in the first act, so we'll have to redo the entire play. Ooh, this is